Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are in Guildford, but we are going to explore something rather different. We're going to explore the connection of this place to Lewis Carroll, author of the famous book called Alice in Wonderland. Today we'll explore Guildford, see the antique cars, Guildford Castle and the beautiful gardens that surround it, see the sculptures of Alice in Wonderland and visit the grave of Lewis Carroll, author of this worldwide famous book. This is the lively high street of Guildford. The settlement dates back all the way to Bronze Age, long before it became a vibrant town we see today. Guildford was established by Saxon not long after the fall of the Roman Empire. To be honest, when I say these words, it never ceases to amaze me as to how old these places are. How much has happened here throughout history, and we're not talking years, we are talking centuries. We're really blessed to see these antique cars. It's amazing to see how people built them at a time, how much love and craft went into the production of those vehicles. They're in such a great condition, like they were built yesterday. Stepping only a couple of blocks away from High Street, there's Guildford Castle and beautiful gardens that surround it. The castle is believed to be built by William the Conqueror. It is a very, very strong construction. First versions of this castle were wooden, which are no longer here, of course. And right next to these gardens, there's another smaller garden, tucked away, where a sculpture of Alice, transcending the looking glass, stands. In 1868, a 36-year-old Charles Ludwig Dodson, better known as Lewis Carroll, came to Guildford to look for a house to purchase. It is 3 years prior to that Alice in Wonderland was published. And although this wasn't his permanent place of residence, it is here that he spent his last years of life enjoying the atmosphere of this beautiful town. Lewis Carroll didn't quite live here per se, but what he did have is he had a property where 6 of his unmarried sisters lived. Obviously, he visited the place and he found it really convenient to have a property between where he lived at a time and Oxford, where he worked. So it's almost like a separate residence, separate home that he had over here, and of course all the places where he's been as well. So he's no stranger to Guildford, that's for sure. And I always find it quite interesting that it's not just one town, it's not just one place that gave inspiration to a writer or gave inspiration to a particular piece of literature like Alice in Wonderland, but it's always the number of places and it's the life journey of the author. And this is quite cool because we are following almost like footsteps of Lewis Carroll himself. So we've seen Goring, we've seen Oxford, we've seen Guildford, and I think it's quite amazing to see all these places where perhaps the story originated from all of those wonderful places where he lived all together. This is another beautiful and quirky statue of Alice looking at a rabbit leaping into a rabbit hole. It is right next to the river. And now we're about to see the grave of late Lewis Carroll, the place of his eternal sleep. The cemetery is on the hill slope, and maybe because of that, the views that it gives are very interesting and very quirky. Or maybe it is a spirit of this place. Thank you very much for watching this piece. I really hope you enjoyed not just the places, but the story of Lewis Carroll as well. And until next week, next Thursday, 7 o'clock in the evening. Bye-bye.